Here it is at the scrapyard. I'm gonna show you what some of this stuff is. I got some number 2 insulated copper wire in this bucket. I don't know why I put those in there. My tin shred bucket, empty bucket, another empty bucket, bucket of cans. Oops, I wasn't ready, was I? Tote full of cans. This garbage disposal goes aluminum breakage. That cable splitter is aluminum breakage. They might go aluminum breakage or some kind of motor on that. It might just go tin shed. I'm gonna have to see what they want to do with it. This is junk wire, a low grade wire. When it comes to a low grade wire, like I have to cut all the ends off my number 2 wire to get the number 2 price. I have to cut all those plugs off. But when it comes to junk wire, low grade wire, you don't have to cut the plugs off. So you'd just be decreasing the weight and losing money. You would take your time, you would put your time into literally losing money. At the scrapyards where I live, anyway. So when it comes to junk wire, I just leave them all on there. Coaxial cable, it's got steel wire in it. It'll go as tin shred. Actually, they don't even take it here sometimes. And actually, it's a lower price than tin shred. But when I just have a little bit, they just say it's okay to throw it in there, you know, a few pounds. So with these plug ends here, I get questions when I do with these, and I've never made an example like this before, but there's a category for these, and they pay less for these than they do for tin shred. It's the same deal with coax. If I just have like this much, you know, a pound or 2 or 3, they don't mind if I just throw it in with my tin shred pile. Okay, I got some brass here, dirty brass, not gonna weigh, transfer not gonna weigh, so I'm just gonna keep that for another day. I found this lodge. I'm not sure what you want to call that. It's not really a skillet, but nice cast iron cooking device for camping or whatnot. It's nice. I keep that kind of stuff. Those will clean up real good if they're rusty. Those clean up nice. Okay, and then I had this padlock I found on video. It's got the keys, so I'm keeping it. Another nut driver, put that in my nut driver collection. Here's an example of what I was talking about. Sometimes when I edit videos, I will see things that I didn't even see when I was out there in the heat of the moment, scavenging at a dumpster. Because when you're out there live, when you're actually doing it, you know, I might be more worried about the board that's digging into my shin bone. You know, is there going to be more pressure on that here in a second? You know, how's my footing over here with this broken glass? So there's a myriad of things that I'm more focused on. But when I sit at home and edit them, you know, I might have my eyes just trained on this. You know, I'm just looking right at this that I'm talking about. And over here in the picture frame, where I'm not looking, there could be something I totally miss. So it's a lot different watching our video. I'm always amazed by stuff I don't miss, and the stuff I don't know what it is. Like when I found this in that Star Wars dumpster a while back, I had spotted some diabetic needles and some diabetic equipment right off the bat. So when I came across this, I thought it was some kind of measuring device, some kind of diabetic machinery for maybe testing blood sugar or something. I couldn't figure out what those spoons were for. You know, like I sat there, I was like, what is that? Some kind of diabetic testing device or something. And it's a pair of fingernail clippers. But see, I had diabetic devices and stuff on my mind, and I've never seen fingernail clippers like that. So I was baffled by the spoons. Didn't even look down and see what it was. People in the comments were like, it's a fingernail clipper, you moron. So there's that. I thought that was kind of funny. And then drywall screws and unused putty knife keepers. And oh, this joystick, this is worth like $35, but I let the rain on it. So another problem with getting stuff out of dumpsters, you don't know its back history. But even though I let the rain on this, I'm still gonna hold on to that. It's just got a VGA hookup, so I'm just gonna hold on to that. It's an old one. Oh, and then I had this communications wire is actually worth more than number 2 wire. but I don't really have enough to weigh, so I'm just gonna throw it right there on top. What else we got going on here? Getting rid of these DVD players I found a while back. Neither one of them worked. Well, one kind of worked, but I'll mess around with it. Oh, and then I was calling this a dog tie out. I'm not sure what it is. Some kind of steel cable mixed up with my insulated copper. I'm not sure what that is for sure. Some kind of steel cable, which will actually go with my tin shed over here. I'll let that get rained on too. It's trashed. It's actually a block of ice right now.
Got a question.
What's up, man?
I know you do find a lot of wires.
Yeah.
Have you come across any original Xbox 360
Yeah,
plugins?
all the time. I got some at home.
You take $10 for one?
The power brick?
The whole
whole
power
brick?
Yep.
I probably got one.
Well,
Hey, you still want that phone too?
Yeah.
$10 on each one? $20 bill?
Yeah.
I haven't tested it out or not.
Deal.
I meant to say earlier in the video, there's a channel called Uberism81. He lives up in Canada. He takes stuff like, he would take something like this apart and he would sell all the little parts and stuff. If I lived up in Canada, I probably would get into the same thing. His dad's an electrician. He's got a lot of exposure to that stuff. He's hooked in with electricians and heating and air conditioning guys and whatnot. So Uberism81, I'll put his link down in the description. I don't know if he is still posting a lot of videos or not, but you can go through his old videos. He takes this kind of stuff apart, and obviously his dad's an electrician, so he knows what he's doing. And he'll sell all the little parts on eBay. That's just something I'm not going to get into. I live somewhere where it maybe snows a couple inches and it's gone in a couple days, so I would much rather just do what I do. But if I lived where it was up in the Arctic tundra where there was 4 feet of snow, I would definitely start to look into doing stuff like that without a doubt. But anyways, okay, now I'll go see what's worth. I had an aluminum bucket. I think I threw a bunch of stuff on top of it. My missing aluminum bucket, I had these in there. I thought they were aluminum. Those tokens are actually a brass, so I'm just gonna take those back. Not enough brass to weigh, almost a pound. Dirty brass, transformer. Check that out, that's an old magnet. I used to give these away to people like 10 years ago here. I'm really surprised to see that one still holding up after 10 years. Of course, it might have just been laying around this whole time. That's that magnet, it doesn't even work. That magnet's so old it stopped working. And that's hilarious. Good quality magnet they're giving out there. Most of them actually would just the magnet would just come out of that plastic. See how this plastic's cracked? Most of them just fell apart. I was surprised to see that one. That's kind of funny, huh? Not always. The plastic cheap, so's the magnet.